Right. What is up? Bills Patriots just ended. Look at this. It's 8:30. We got in early. Oh boy, do I have a headache. Good God almighty, fellas. I'll let some people filter in. But this game was a bit of a snooze. I'm not going to sit here and act like I watched all of it. I more so want to talk about these afternoon windows. But instant takeaways, right? Clearly the Bills are a team that aren't... What's the word? I don't think there's a dominant force in the AFC. And it's one game. Obviously, you can't expect to completely blow out every team, right? Especially a division primetime game. But I really was confident that the Bills were going to represent the AFC. And I'm not walking that back by any stretch. What's up, John? I'm not walking that back by any stretch. But I do feel like if you're the Bills, this is like a comeback down to earth game. This is not the end of the world. Buffalo overrated. I don't want to say overrated, but God, the AFC feels more open than ever. The Ravens look like a train wreck. The Bengals suck. Can't wait for Chris to join. I cannot wait to talk about the Bengals. The Texans are a disaster. The Chiefs look good, but the Colts are the best team in the AFC. The Colts are the only team that look kind of dominant. They're not undefeated, but they lost to the Rams, which are a pretty good team. And you look at these Bills wins, and it's like they almost dropped one to the Saints. They beat the Ravens, who we all know are garbage. They beat the Jets, and they beat the Dolphins. Like, these are not tough games. I feel like tomorrow it'll come out that Josh Allen's injured. You know what, guys? Again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I watched the game full and full. So please tell me your takeaways. All I know, here this much I know. 1, if you shut down James Cook, you can shut down this Bills team. Okay? 2, Mike Vrabel would rather lose his firstborn than make Travion Henderson the lead back. Why Ramondre Stevenson, who fumbles on the first drive, is getting this much work baffles me. Why Antonio Gibson is getting the same amount of carries as the second-round pick running back baffles me. Travion Henderson will be sitting on my fantasy bench until further notice. I'll roll with the waivers. I'll roll with a random wide receiver. Because Io Manor screwed me. But the 3 p.m. was better. The 3 p.m. was better. You guys tell me. Anybody like my message in the group chat? Okay. Did anybody like my... Sorry, a lot of fumbles the entire day. Oh, for sure. All right, people liked my message. Thank God. Yeah. I also want to talk about my adult flag league, but there's a lot to go over in the NFL today. And I didn't watch a lot of these games because I played in 2 adult flag games. So my watch is freaking out. My watch thinks that I'm a goddamn track star. So, you know, you guys tell me, but this game felt like I didn't miss much. This game felt like a low-scoring affair. The Bills didn't bring their best game. The Patriots did, and now here we are. The Cardinals are really as bad as they thought. I want to talk about Bills-Patriots as long as I can. I have such a headache, but I'm going to keep going. I took 2 ibuprofens, and it's not enough. It's not enough. Few solid teams left, and the Colts are one of them. Stephon Diggs, though, had his revenge game. Dalton Kincaid's the lead guy. It is so obvious, and Collinsworth said this, but I want to pound it home. It is so obvious that when Christian Gonzalez is on this Patriots defense, they're a whole different team. And they're a game out of first in the division. Yeet, what's up? I've been thinking it now. I can say it. The Bills are underperforming like crazy, and I'm concerned. Are you a Bills fan, Yeet? Are you a Bills fan? Look, first of all, welcome to the stream. I think you've been here before, Yeet, but if not, drop a like, subscribe to the Hunnaball. Streaming after every primetime game, although today is going to be a tough one. But hey, you look at these wins. These aren't impressive. They beat the Saints, who we all know suck, unless they're playing the Giants. The Dolphins, who are like bottom 5 teams in the league. The Jets, who are record-wise the worst team in the league. Ravens, who are a train wreck. They barely beat the Ravens. The Bills have an easy schedule, right? They should take down the Falcons. They should smack the Panthers. But that November 2nd game against the Chiefs will be a head-turner. That November 16th game against the Buccaneers will be a head-turner. That Steelers game won't be as easy as you want. It's going to be belt to ass on the Bengals. Patriots again, but that time in New England. Dropping a game to the Patriots at home is not nothing. It's not. Losing to the Giants in preseason is not nothing. Eagles, too. And the Eagles look like they're struggling, too. This is tough, man. I feel like, look, I wanted to make a video on cameras. Is there any dominant team in the NFL right now? Is there any team that looks really good besides, I'll say it, the goddamn Colts? Like, the Chargers are a disaster. The Chiefs are kind of coming back, but they're 2-2. Hopefully they can beat the Jags, but who knows? Eagles' offense looks abysmal. Commanders beat the Chargers, but that didn't really seem like all that. I was supposed to be up 60, now I'm down 40. Well, at least you're not a Giants fan. Not really, but I think they should have started 7-0, but they barely squeaked out wins. I agree. Again, this isn't time to hit the panic button, but I'm trying to figure out what are the dominant teams. Detroit has looked good outside of week 1. Tampa is fun. The Bucks are fun, man. Hate it or love it. The Niners eked one out in prime time against the Rams. Who knows? I think this whole division is going to be a tight race other than the Cardinals, who are disaster. Jets are so good, they're letting everyone start ahead. Yes, the Jets are very good. The Jets are great. Bills are a good team, but the team has so many cracks. I agree. Look, they're like the Ravens, but the Ravens are just worse. I mean, the Bills have a better defense, right? I don't want to band them together. What I like about the Bills is their offensive line. What I don't like about the Bills is their lack of weapons. I just said it, but if you can shut down James Cook, you can beat this Bills team. And I'm looking at, Ito WN. The Bucks went without their best 2 players. Fun to watch as well. No, for sure. Like, are we ready to, like, I kind of want to do a quick power rankings really quick. And I'll tell you, Tampa could be whatever record. They're 4-1. Tampa's near the top. I think if we're doing power rankings right now, Detroit's 1. Are we ready to say that Tampa's 2? Tampa 2, anyone? Are we ready to say? I mean, the Colts look good. Who have the Colts beat? They beat the Dolphins, not impressive. Denver, that's not nothing. Titans kind of sucks. But they competed with the Rams, and they spanked the Raiders. And this schedule is free. We will see Colts Chargers. I'm very excited to see this game. The Dan Jones Colts go into SoFi and find out whether or not these Chargers are good. Baker can't keep getting away with the game-winning tries, but he's good. Just realized you put Cardi B in the thumbnail. Thank you. That was a little detail. Little subtle jab. Not even a jab. I mean, Cardi B is an interesting one. Do we like Cardi B? I mean, I used to think she was hot. As I got older, I'm kind of like, I don't know if she's hot anymore. She's been through a lot of guys. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Oh boy. My head is pounding. I'm sorry. I'm going to try and stop talking about it. I finished this whole crunch bar. And for what? Herbert got worked. Should we talk about the 1 o'clock? I'm really hung up on who is the dominant force in the NFL. Who are the dominant teams? The Colts are undefeated at home. Undefeated within their conference. Their point differential, they are the first. Would you believe me if I would have told you the Colts are #1 in point differential? How are the 2 and 3 Texans third? Good Lord. I know they had that one game against, I want to say Carolina. God, it's today. The Texans have put together a couple of good games. SoFi isn't a home stadium. SoFi they may as well just kick the Chargers out. The Rams don't even have home games. Did you get to it in that game today? No, so what happened was I got a pick 6 and I went down for a somersault to celebrate against the Giants. And I don't know, I think I hit my head or something. I'll be fine. I don't want to be the boy who cried concussion, but you know. I just have a headache. I played 2 games, so I'm running a lot. Saturday, $1 billion NFL people still hold sunscreen on the sideline. Don't mind me. Seriously. The NFL is such a penny-pinching organization. Dude, if I were the NFL, I would spend so much money. And, like, it's easy for a fan to say that, but, like, dude, they're bringing home billions every year. Exactly what Saturday says. It pissed me off. Yes, they dunked on teams they beat by 20+. Yeah. Still, Bills, Josh Allen is great. Of course. No one's saying Josh Allen's bad. And I'm not saying the Bills are completely hitting the panic button. I still think, chips down, I think the Bills will still represent the AFC. It sure as shit won't be the Texans. It could be the Chiefs, though. Like, 2 weeks ago, we were saying how the Chiefs might miss the playoffs. Now it's like, who's going to beat the Chiefs? It's not going to be the Ravens. The Bills seem like they have holes, and everybody knows Patrick Mahomes owns Josh Allen in the postseason. So it's like, is it really going to be Dan Jones hosting a playoff game? Probably. I don't think anyone in the AFC South is coming back. The 3-1 Jaguars can suck this dick. Let's be honest. They suck. They're not good. They can beat any team they want. I will not give the Trevor Lawrence Jags their respect. I don't want to be the boy who cried concussion, but I'm also not going to go to sleep anytime soon. Oh, I'm going to go to sleep soon. I don't give a shit. Whenever picks today that was mixed actually hit a wire, no one gave a shit. Oh, yeah. I give a shit. That's worth it. That is worth discussing. I've seen that on Twitter. NFL Twitter, say what you will about Twitter, and believe me, I have. NFL Twitter has been hot today. A lot has been going on. For one, I didn't realize that Jackson Dart run where Jalen Hyatt just stonewalled him. Didn't even block. I'm like, Jalen Hyatt, what the hell's wrong with you? By the way, Saturday, Yeet, Nintendo. You guys don't make every stream all good. Drop a like. Drop a like in case you haven't already. But hey, you know what? But no, like, genuinely, you guys tell me where it stands right now. What are our Super Bowl picks? Don't tell me the Dan Jones Colts, unless you really believe it. I'm still going to go Lions, Bills, but I feel pretty bad about the AFC. I think once again the AFC is just a poverty conference. Which again, I'm a Giants fan. Take that with a grain of salt. When I say poverty, poverty is relative, right? But you look at the standings. If the playoffs started today, we would have the Colts as the #1 seed. The Colts would have a bye. What the hell? And the Colts' schedule is lunch. The Chargers look bad. You can't lose to the Giants, dude. You just can't. Peter, what's up? Steelers Stairway to 7. There it is. It's crazy that 2 teams in the 1 p.m. blue leads. I will talk about the 1 p.m. next. Last week, play clock was broken in Dublin, led to a delayed billion-dollar entity, folks. No, seriously. Standings AFC prediction. Colts, Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, Chargers, Pats, Broncos. Wow. So you're sticking with the Colts having a bye. I think the Rams have a good chance. I agree. No one listens to Giants fans. Well, I mean, yeah. You shouldn't. You really shouldn't listen to Giants fans. I'm just here to relay the messages. I'm here to relay what I find about the game. But, like, I'm going to be honest with you. You take this bottom 8 teams and you just throw them out. You throw them out. They're done. There's no one from the Bengals down that will do anything this season. Call it. And I know it's like, oh, well, that's the bottom of the standings. Duh. Bro, these are, like, offensively bad teams. The Bengals were getting smacked and got, some garbage time points against the Lions. The Texans' O-line, they won't go over 500. I don't care. They won't go over 500. I don't care about their point differential. I don't care. The Raiders are a disaster. Geno is playing like the worst quarterback in the NFL. The Ravens are a train wreck right now. Mike McDaniel's not making it out of the season. The Browns are the Browns. The Titans shouldn't have won, if we're being honest. Credit to Cam Ward. We can rest in peace to my Titans lose every game take. I didn't know this would happen. And then the Jets are the Jets. The Jets are the Jets. So it's like this whole area down, and then you go up. You scroll up, right? The Chiefs will probably be fine. But again, they're the Chiefs. They haven't looked great this season, straight up. Okay? The Bengals have a negative 71-point differential, by the way. Patriots look good. But, they don't look great. Let's not get too excited here. Patriots have a good fight. Christian Gonzalez is the man. Denver Broncos, right? Like, fine. Bo Nix is up and down. Chargers look bad. No one believes in the Jags. Like the Steelers? Are we really going to, believe in the Steelers? The Jets and Browns aren't that bad. I say that relative, right? Because the Browns are better than me saying, you know what? I was a little disrespectful to the Browns. Saying they're the Browns, it is what it is. At the end of the day, they're 1-4 with Dylan Gabriel. You know what I mean? I don't think they're going to have some crazy run. There are 0 good teams in the NFL. Well, that I'll walk back. I think Detroit and Tampa. I think those are 2 teams that, frankly, could beat anyone right now. I don't care about these standings. Frankly, I think Detroit and Tampa could beat anyone. And I would love that. Could you imagine that NFC Championship game? Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, last man standing. Come on. Raiders need a QB. What's new? Bagels are a horrible franchise. No, exactly. Bengals O-line let in 2 guys on 3-man rush. Put that O-line in jail soon. No, exactly. I agree with you guys. No one's going to disagree with you. Let's talk about these games, though, because I'm talking my shit. Let's talk about these games, right? All right, Giants Saints. If you want to hear my full stance on Giants Saints, I'm going to leave my stream up from today up, but, most of you guys were here. But quick shot, I'm pissed. I'm livid. The Giants with 5 straight turnovers, giving the Spencer Rattler his first win in 11 or 12 games. A Saints quarterback that's been drafted by the franchise hasn't won a game since '98. That changed today. The Giants look like a disaster. I'm so done with Brian Daboll. I'm so done with it. It's annoying because I'm mad at him, but I'm also mad at the personnel. Darius Slayton needs to pack his shit and get the hell out of town. Jalen Hyatt, cut him. Cut Jalen Hyatt. What is the point, dude? You're telling me there's no one on the active waivers? There's no one in free agency that can catch a deep ball? You're telling me OBJ would be such a cancer to the locker room that he would be worse than Jalen Hyatt? I doubt that. Gabe Davis is on the Bills practice squad. This is our team. We built it around one second-year wide receiver who's been hurt every game. Detroit's going to end up losing to a wild card team again. That's on Jared. Cards choke. They dropped the ball in the 1 in celebration. Well, yeah. No way. What are you on? Mayfield's a bust. Come on, Peter. Relax, Peter. Jesus Christ. Mayfield's not a bust. Okay, so Giants suck. I'm so mad. I don't even want to look at it anymore. Vikings, Cam Scatterbo fumbled, blamed his gloves. Jackson Dart fumbled, a ghost stripped him. Darius Slayton fumbled, another bad one. just a complete L across the board. Dart looks like shit. Let's be honest. Dart looks bad. I'm a big defender. I'm not giving up or anything. He's a rookie quarterback. We knew he was going to be a project. Dart sucks, and the fact that Dable's some QB whisperer is getting stupider and stupider by the week. He's an idiot. Mike Kafka's an idiot. Toss the whole staff. Reset. I'm sick of watching teams be able to rebuild and the Giants just stick. If the Giants are just going to stick, then things got to change. Things got to change, man. They have to. I'm sick of this. The Patriots got considerably better, and they were only rebuilding for a couple of years. The Giants have been rebuilding for most of a decade, and they suck. Vikings-Browns. Vikings win. Fourth quarter touchdown. From what I've seen, Dylan Gabriel is the check down king. Congratulations. I don't know. I don't have as much to say. No one got up for this game, let's be honest. John, you said the run defense sucks. I'm going to take your word for it. Quinshon Judkins had a day. Justin Jefferson's the best international player the game has ever seen. I don't know why they keep sending the Vikings international, but sure, why not? Raiders Colts, Dan Jones MVP run is still very active. Geno Smith, bro. If you're playing fantasy, man, not next week because it's Titans Raiders, but if you're playing fantasy, stream the defense that plays the Raiders. Geno Smith is playing like a bottom QB in the NFL, and I'm not saying they should trade for a quarterback. They should have taken Shador. At least get some spice. Jackson Dart and Scatterboo fumbled to make Dable lose his job. Am I cooking with this conspiracy? Yeet. I think Dart likes Dable. I think they're buddies. I think Dable has like put his full faith. Baker's top 5. What are you talking about, Peter? I agree. I figure Payne never seen a rebuild work out. Thought it would be this year. Exactly. Judkins is OP. I was such a big Geno believer. I know, and it's like it's complete. You know what I've realized today? If your offense gets a bunch of weapons in the offseason, probably means they suck. It probably means they suck because it means they ignored the trenches. Trenches is what wins games. Did the Colts make any splash moves this offseason? No. They drafted Tyler Ward and signed Dan Jones, but they built out that O-line. Did the Raiders make a bunch of splash moves? Yeah. They got Ashton Chanty. They got Geno Smith. They refused to trade Jacoby Myers. Like, they made some splash moves. And the Raiders didn't have that O-line. Always bet against the Raiders or consistently talk shit. Yeah. They just stopped using him at the goal line. Yeah, no, seriously. The Browns are weird. Kevin Stefanski might be out of town, but who knows? A team's most important vessel is ownership. For some reason, Shane is still there after I'm good with Shane. Maybe that's just, I've said it before. I'm good with Shane. I think Shane is drafting the right players, and I really do think, if it's on the coach to develop these players. Shane is not making bad picks. They lost 2 O-linemen, but I thought they signed Will Fries. I thought the Colts brought on a couple of O-linemen. Yeah, let's look up the Cardi B tab. Wait. I thought for sure the Colts brought on some O-line. Dan Jones. Are you serious? I thought they signed Will Fries. Cam Bynum. They brought back Danny Pinter. Oh, my God. Wait, Will Fries went to the goddamn Vikings, didn't he? God, I guess I'm talking out of my ass here. Who the hell knows then? Maybe how to build a team is a mystery. Damn. I could have sworn they brought on an offensive lineman, but I guess they just re-signed a couple of guys. Damn. Well, then what the hell do I know? I guess I was wrong. I hate Mark Davis. Is that the, oh yeah, Raiders owner? Well, I can't blame you. Ugly motherfucker. No, the Vikings signed Fries and Kelly. There it is, I guess. Well, then what the hell's going on in Minnesota? I guess building a team is a mystery. I guess it's just a combination of luck and Jonathan Taylor then. Cowboys, Jets. Jets scored some garbage time points. Make no mistake, the Cowboys destroyed the Jets at home, which means the New York teams are combined for 1-9 on the season. And it's not on the turf. And it's not on the ownership. No, man. It's on the players. Apparently, it's on the coaches. I'm not saying the Giants should get a new owner because that's just not a realistic thing to root for as a fan of a team. But, there is a common denominator here. Something is wrong. Something is wrong in New York. They're poisoning the water. The turf sucks. I'm over it. Eagles offense looks like a disaster. Make no mistake. There were some deep balls, but A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts are still not connecting, which is weird because they've been together for seasons now, 3 or 4. I don't know, man. The Broncos had a big comeback here, as you can see, 18 in the 4th. Denver looks fine. Big statement win. The Eagles, dude, this offense is live and die by the big plays, and there aren't many big plays. The Eagles look struggling. The Eagles are 4-1. Congratulations. They're struggling. Dropping one at home to Denver is not a good look. It's just not. What are you guys saying? Chiefs are going to win because of Taylor's new album. I heard it sucked, though. Colts already have a good O-line. Just AR sucks. Yeah, fair enough. Elab, welcome to the chat. Can the Bills not cover the sideline catch? Apparently not. Their secondary didn't look great. Kelly got to it, and Fries is doing good. Yeah. Kelly got to it. Our right tackle and rookie left guard got hurt, and Kelly's out to wait. He's a bunch back. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Then maybe we're just, waiting. The Ghost and Caesar Superdome are leading to fumbles. I thought the ball was slick. We saw a lot of just random drops today, which I'm going to keep going down this list. Titans, Cardinals, I cannot wait to talk about. So let's lightning round these. Dolphins, Panthers. Rico Dowdle had a day. And that's that. The Dolphins' run defense is a joke. Jalen Waddle did get involved. Tua didn't play bad or anything. But when you watch the game, it's just not enough. It's not enough, man. Bills' defense is awful. It's not enough. And, I don't want to be the box score watcher. I'm not going to sit here and act like I watched every down of this game. But losing to Bryce Young when you're the Miami Dolphins, this is the owner's going to remember this one. Steve Ross is going to remember this one, bro. Not a game you can afford to lose if you're Miami. I mean, yeah, if you're Miami. There's a video of Mike McDaniel walking to the locker room. Let me see if I can pull it up, actually. Let me see if I can pull this up, because this is worth watching. This was my big takeaway. This is how I know that Mike McDaniel's, in real hot water. Mike McDaniel. First thing that comes up when you search Mike McDaniel on Twitter is Mike McDaniel fired. Here it is. What the hell? Oh my God. All right, here we go. Look at this. Get a look at this. This man is defeated. This man is defeated. Ball game. He knows it. He knows his ass is fired. He knows it. Stephen Ross told him, you drop the easy ones like Carolina, you're fired, buddy. He's not even wearing his glasses. Space cakes. There you go. Go Pats. Congrats for the win. 9 rushes shows Eagles OC wasn't paying attention last year. No, the Eagles OC, everything I've heard from the Eagles camp is that their offensive coordinator, he's some Italian dude. I don't know much else about him. He's a goddamn idiot. He doesn't know how to use talent. I'd be pissed if I were an Eagles fan, which relatively, I'd be less mad than I am as a Giants fan. But they're wasting their talent. They have all these players in their prime, and they're just blowing it. Do you think McDaniel's making it to the end of the week? I think there's a shot they fire him. And I'm very anti-midseason coach firings, but you look at this guy. How the hell does a team rally behind that? How does a team rally behind this guy? I don't know. I don't know. Mark Sanchez is about to lose his career earnings just like Shannon Sharp. Yeah, the Mark Sanchez thing is interesting. At first, people were like, oh, Mark Sanchez got stabbed. That's so sad. And then I heard he, broke into someone's car or, fought someone. So, whatever. I don't know, man. Saints have no reason to cheat. They ain't doing anything. Hey, man, you know what? I think the Giants are bringing slick balls. You remember Russ Wilson tucks it and then throws it? Whatever mud the Giants are using on the balls aren't working. It's not working. Why? I'm really starting to think the Giants are one of the cheaper organizations in football. Which to some of you, that might be like, duh. To me, that's crazy. Top 5 most valuable team. I'm excited to get signed merch from McDonald when he's working at my local car dealership. I'm assuming you mean McDaniels. Because Mike McDonald, now that's a coach. Seahawks may have lost, but Mike McDonald's a coach. Pat's on the Bills. Welcome, Bennett. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you. Pat's had a good game. GM and McDaniel both got to get out of the building by tomorrow. Pats do not deserve another star QB. No, they don't, but they got one. Drake May had some good throws. I didn't watch all the game. Drake May had some good throws. Imagine not throwing to one of the more dynamic RBs in the league. The same running back had the most touchdowns last season. Good job, Joe Brady. I know. I have James Cook in fantasy. I'm pissed. And again, if you shut down if you shut down James Cook, you shut down the Bills. The life fumble was the only way Mark Sanchez could outdo the butt fumble. Am I missing something with the Sanchez story? Okay, let's look this up. By the way, Mark Sanchez went to high school pretty close to me, so there it is. Shout out Mission Viejo. All right. Okay, let's see, huh? The internet coming together to pray for a good guy after Mark Sanchez after he was stabbed. Okay, wait a minute. Wow, Joe Shane's trending. Love that. Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. But what happened though? Okay, wait a minute. Why don't I just click on the summary? Mark Sanchez stabbed in Indianapolis. Fight charged with battery and intoxication. So, okay, wait. So, again, this is from Twitter, so anything is possible, right? Battery with injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication. He was confronted by a 69-year-old truck driver near the Conrad Hotel. The dispute escalated when Sanchez literally body slammed and punched the driver, leading to the driver stabbing Sanchez in self-defense and a delivery worker intervening with pepper spray. Sanchez was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Police arrested Sanchez at the hospital on misdemeanor charges of battery resulting in bodily injury, public intoxication, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, while the driver faces no charges pending review. Dan looks like Benny Blanco had too much snow. Yeah, no, seriously. Man. Of course the Giants are cheap. It's like $10 for water there. I don't get that. Bro, a top 5 most valuable franchise in North America, and they're dirt cheap. What is that? Mark Sanchez, bro. That's a bummer, man. Mark Sanchez, dude. That sucks. Could you imagine getting into a fight with a 69-year-old man and losing? Could you imagine getting stabbed and still being in the wrong? Could you imagine getting stabbed, pepper sprayed, waking up in a hospital, and being handcuffed to the bed? I got empathy for everyone involved, but sweet Jesus, that's an L. That's an L for Mark. The 69-year-old truck driver, though, beating the ass of a former NFL player and stabbing him. I don't know. New York sucks at sports. The meta choked away the playoffs, and the Yankees are getting their ass kicked by Toronto. Well, no one's going to disagree with you there. Namath cursed us all. Namath cursed us all. I know the Giants have had some Super Bowls, so maybe that's not true. Eli must have made a deal with the devil or something in 2011. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Mets are a disaster. No one's going to disagree with you. I don't even follow baseball, and I know the Mets are a disaster. My God. All right. Should we talk about other games? The price is the same for Jets games as well. I'm sure. That Woody Johnson's such a cocksucker. I'm sure. Yeah. Hide your kids. Hide your kids. The Giants lost. I'm pissed. But no, so Mike McDaniel's going to get fired. So is Mark Sanchez. I wonder, let's see if there's any Mike McDaniel pressers, actually, really quick. As you can see, Mike McDaniel's fired is one of the top things searching. People are just waiting for it. People are waiting for it. Let's see. Mike Vrabel, yeah. Dude, don't even get me started on Travion Henderson. Okay, latest. Let's find out the big ones. Oh my God, this is why Twitter sucks. This is why Twitter sucks right now. Oh my God. Yeah, we saw this video. Is there anything else worth seeing? I don't think so. Wait. I remember when Mike McDaniels and Brian Dable was the talk of the town. Now they're both about to be fired. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyways. Okay. I think we get the gist with the Dolphins. Enough beating up on Miami. I think they've been through enough. The Ravens are a disaster. You didn't need to watch the game to know that. But I was following it a little bit. Ravens are a goddamn disaster. I mean, this defense sucks. You can't expect to win games in the NFL with this defense. And like I said, going into this game, it was the stoppable force versus the movable object. The Texans O-line versus the Ravens D-line. Clearly, when CJ Stroud has time, he puts together a great game. 23 for 27, 244, and 4 touchdowns. Nick Chubb even got in the end zone. How did Woody Marks do? Clearly, he wasn't the lead rusher. What's my MNF prediction? I think the Jags are going to compete. Wow, Woody Marks, 7 carries, 24 yards, whole lot of nothing. I wouldn't hate trading for Woody Marks in the fantasy leagues that you guys are in, fellas. Except you, Peter. Because, you're in my fantasy league. And also trading with Sam is a nightmare. Okay. So we talked about the stupid games. Let's talk about the big ones here. Let's talk about the big ones. We got a lot to say about these 4. We got a lot to say. Got to feel bad for Sam Darnold. He was playing a perfect game. His throw hit off a helmet and was a game-losing interception. Oh, yeah. Darnold and Baker, I said it to my friend. I was on the phone with him. I was like, whoever wins this one is winning MVP. Between Darnold and Baker. And Baker pulled it out. I do think Baker should have better MVP odds. What are the MVP odds really quick before we talk about Titans at Cardinals? I want to see what the MVP odds are. Josh Allen is still probably the overwhelming favorite, even though he dropped one tonight. Yeah, Jalen. Baker at plus 1,300 is pretty good value. I'm not going to lie. Mahomes at plus 600, also good value. Hot take, Seahawks are contenders? I don't think that's a hot take. I think they're for sure the best team in their division. I think for sure. Maybe not for sure. Let me walk that back. I forgot the Rams existed. I think the Seahawks are a clean wildcard team, though, for sure. Their defense is stout. Their run game is solid when they're holding onto the ball and not turning it over. Their O-line is great. I like them. I like the Seahawks. They're fun to watch. I've been a big Sam Darnold hater, but damn it, he is fun. Okay? But Baker found a way to slice them up. Baker found a way to slice them up. Okay? This was a complete shootout. 38-35. Baker 379. Don't copyright me here, NFL. Baker. Okay, let me just go to box score. Baker 379. Darnold 341. 2 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. Obviously, Baker got his on the ground with Rachaad White, who was a great play in fantasy. Egbuka is like a top 10, 15 wide receiver. Like, top 10, 15 wide receiver. I don't think that's a hot take anymore. If you're going to slice and dice the Seahawks defense, 163 yards, 7 grabs, and a touchdown, league-winning upside here. Someone in my league drafted him like 3 rounds too early. They could have drafted him in round 3, round 2, and it wouldn't have been a bad pick. Egbuka's a beast. Who would have thought that Mike Evans would have gotten hurt? Who would have thought Chris Godwin would have taken a step back? Egbuka's a man. Double E. Easy E. But, I mean, you look at it, and it's just like these teams, like, who the hell are these guys? Torrey Horton got in the end zone. Dereke Young, I've never seen that name before in my life. Like, who the hell are these guys? Jalen Milroe fumbled, and a bad fumble at that. A little late, but here, what's up, Ed? Congratulations! We're about to talk about the Titans-Cardinals game. Congratulations. But, yeah, stout game out of both of them. I would love to see this game again. I really would. I would love to see Bucs Seahawks again and just watch it and enjoy it. Let's see it in the postseason. Let's see both these QBs with some pressure on them. I would love to see that. I really hope both these teams stay relatively healthy and we can get this rematch in the playoffs. I don't think it's crazy to think. I mean, Tampa's for sure going to win the division. That's not even going to be close. So, you know, if Tampa wins the division as the 3 seed, you can get the Seahawks as the 6 seed. That's free. That's a good game, too. In Tampa, rocking and rolling. Bet on the Titans only because I never trust the Cardinals in heavy favored games. Smart. Very smart. Very smart. Is there anything else to say about this one? Ken Walker had a fine game. Some turnovers, right? Wait. What was the turnover difference? By the way, the Jets still have yet to get a turnover. That's hilarious. Yeah, the Seahawks have turned it over twice. And Tampa, you know, they took advantage of it. They won time of possession. They missed a couple of red zone tries, but who cares? Yeah. 1 for 9 on one. They're sacked once. Just a clean offensive game. People say the modern NFL is dying and it's boring because 2 high safeties. This game said to hell with that and just had a fun time. Tampa and cold weather road game? Yeah, we'll find out. When are they going to have a cold weather road game? If Tampa's the 2 seed in the NFC and Detroit's 1, they're not going to have it. Josh Polo, let's go Pats. Congratulations. I don't think they're going to have a cold weather road game. The Super Bowl's in San Fran. Like the NFC, you know, right now the climate's pretty warm. A lot of dome teams. The only thing I could see is them going against Philly. But again, it's like, other than that, I mean, Philly, I don't think Tampa's a worse team than Philly. Like, you know what I mean? Am I crazy on that? Like, who else could the Titans play in a cold weather road game? If they're the 2 or the 3 seed. The Jets turned Rodgers over to Pittsburgh, so 1 turnover. There you go. That's good. Cards suck. I think they should get rid of Kyler, rebuild it because it sucks. I've always liked Kyler. They're locked in with Kyler for another season or 2. They are. We looked at the contract after the Thursday night game. What I like to think, and I might have to walk this back, I call it the Sam Darnold equator. If your quarterback is worse than Sam Darnold, you need a new one. Is that fair? Do we think that's fair? I think that's fair. I agree with myself. I think that's a completely fair way to judge it because Sam Darnold, no one wanted him. No one wanted him. It's relative. But like Sam Darnold was not some hot ad on the free agency list this year. Baker Mayfield was not some big stud. Okay. If your quarterback is worse than Sam Darnold, which, you know, that list is only shrinking, you need a new one. And Kyler Murray is definitely worse than Sam Darnold. I can see Tampa dog walking Philly in the playoffs again. It's possible. Absolutely fair. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Amen. Bucks lost to the Eagles, but I don't know if the Eagles are actually better. No, the Bucks fought. The Bucks fought. That's the thing. Bucks are kind of fluff, though. I don't think so. Peter, you watching the games? I don't think so. Okay. Let's do it. Let's talk about my favorite game of the afternoon. This was awesome. This was awesome. The fact that last week A.D. Mitchell dropped the ball going into the end zone, and Amari DeMercado saw that and thought, couldn't be me, and then did it. Current Darnold, by the way. Current Darnold. I really want the Seahawks to blow out the Falcons in Week 7. They probably will. They probably will. Washington versus Tampa again. Tampa kills them. Tampa would kill this Commanders team. As long as, who knows? Terry McLaurin's not playing, but, like, I think Tampa would kill this Washington team. It was a close game last time around. I think they'd kill them. Very confidently. Dude, I'm not going to sit here and act like I watched every down, but you really didn't need to. You just had to watch the fourth quarter. Watch the Titans score, what's that? 17 points. The big plays, right? I'm not going to play them on stream because I don't want to get copywritten. If you didn't see the interception fumble touchdown, this one right here, Tyler Lockett, with about 4:39 in the fourth, get the hell out of here. Go watch the highlights and come back and tell me what you think. I don't want you guys leaving. Come back. But I'm just saying, this was the funniest. The Eagles season is over. I hate you, Blake. They're 4-1. I hate you. But this was the funniest play of the day. And that's funny because DeMercado dropping the ball going into the end zone is number 2. The Cardinals intercepted the ball. I forgot who got it. Cardinals intercepted the ball. I don't know why it's... Yeah, okay. I don't know where the hell it is. They're not showing in the ESPN feed. Cardinals intercept the ball. The guy goes to the ground. The ground forces the fumble out. Ending is on YouTube. Perfect. Forces the ball out. And then the ball is scrambling. There are 3 Cardinals on the ball. They all dive for it at the same time. Fumble! And then the ball rolls into the end zone. Tyler Lockett. Of course it wasn't Alec Iomanner, who did nothing for me today. Ball game. And that, if there was an NFL award for funniest play of the year, this is it. Oh, yeah. And Valix, like, you deserve credit. You guys won. A win is a win. I think we can all agree, hate it or love it, this was bad Cardinals more than anything. When you basically have 2 touchdown swings in that way, you can't even make it up. You can't even make up how bad of a game that is. And this is the thing with the Cardinals too, right? So they're on a 3-game skid. They tried their absolute best to lose to the Panthers. They did. So they lost to the Niners. Close loss, but whatever. They lose to the Seahawks on that stupid kick. The Cardinals' lack of discipline. If the New York Giants didn't exist, they'd be the worst in the league. They'd be the worst in the league. Outside of my New York Giants, the Arizona Cardinals like losing games. They like losing games. You'd think there would be nothing to talk about in Cardinals-Titans. And then you look at the score, it's like, what the hell? The Titans won? The Titans must have played really well. And then you look at it and it's like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Cam Ward, like what? Little under 50% or a little over 50% completion. 265 and a touchdown. Tony Pollard was okay. Tyjae Spears is back with no knee. Calvin Ridley's back, I guess. Chigo Conko, Io Manor, 2 catches, 18 yards. And then Marv had a decent day. They got a good game out of Marv. And the Cardinals had 168 yards on the ground. But they lost the game. They fumbled it 3 times and lost it all 3 times. I mean, dear God. The Titans fumbled once as well. You can't make it up. Tyler Lockett had a horrible drop. Exactly. Both teams were trying to lose that game. No, exactly. Not talking like that, Blake. We're in the same spot last year after the Falcons game. Yeah. It's not a bad shot, but damn, our OC sucks. They do. They do. They do. For the full disclosure, Blake Robinson is an Eagles fan. A very pessimistic Eagles fan, but he's an Eagles fan nonetheless. Cards really try their hardest to lose once they get more than 20 points. I can't understand it. And I don't want to be the guy... that calls for a coach's job. What is Jonathan Gannon doing? What is he doing? Can someone answer me what Jonathan Gannon does? This team has no discipline. Their offense, they can't get a 4th overall pick involved. I mean, they could, I guess. I mean, Marvin Harrison had a good game, but he really just got it on that one catch. Let's be honest, right? Marvin Harrison has been a letdown. Bam Knight got a grab, cool. Greg Dortch, Trey McBride, they're still not getting him that involved. Like, this should have been a slam dunk for Arizona. What was the spread? I'm going to look this up. Cardinals-Titans spread, because I got to know. I'm sure someone else knows it and will beat me in the chat, but the spread was 7.5, dog. It was 7.5 at home. This should have been a slam dunk. They blew it. They blew it. So as much as I want to give the Titans credit, man, the Titans didn't look good. He's the Rick Rubin of head coaches. The creative guy. Rick Rubin from the Creative Act. Notable producer. 6.5, 7.5. There we go. Something like that. Dude. A disaster. An absolute disaster. Demercado, bro, stuff like that is like inexcusable. It's one thing when A.D. Mitchell has a good play and like barely drops it before the line. And then A.D. Mitchell fell on it too. If I remember Demercado, it was like pretty obvious. Like I remember the commentators being like really upset. They're like, that's inexcusable, which like, duh. But yeah, let me just close this tab. Yeah, this is how I make thumbnails. There you go, guys. But I just want to watch this clip. I'm not going to get copywritten. I'm not taking a copyright. But I want to see this for myself and make sure that I'm not making up the fact that Emari Demercado is an idiot. Okay. Again, big run. Wide open gap. Wide open gap. There he goes, right? Untouched. Damn, it is close, too. It is close. But again, he throws it forward. It wasn't even like he accidentally dropped it. A.D. Mitchell, like, it just, like, slipped out of his hands. Which, again, I don't know why that's happening so much. But, like, he just, like, chucks it forward. I'm like, Doug, hold on to the ball. The red zone guy was roasting him. Yeah, Scott Hansen was pissed. The Titans are going to be the Panthers 2024. Mainly in the fact if we win versus you, your coach will probably be fired. Yeah, the angel of death. They should sell a theme. I think people selling the team is a big deal. It's not. Commies should when you have a slightly better ownership. They can save your franchise. Exactly. We can't see it. I know. That was the point. I didn't want you guys to see it because I just didn't want to. I didn't want to get copywritten. There was purpose to that. I'm not taking a copyright strike. Not today, NFL. They copyright strike all my videos because I use highlights in the back. As if I'm not providing commentary on the highlights. Sucks. But, yeah, man. Just a complete nightmare. A nightmare for the Arizona Cardinals. By the way, Blake and anyone else wondering, I did win in flag football. But I'll talk about that at the end. We got NFL to discuss. What upset was the most surprising to you this week? Honestly, this is going to sound really bad. The Saints beating the Giants. I was actually pretty confident. When the Giants went up 14-3 to start the game, I was like, dude, like Titans is probably the right answer. But when the Saints, God, will this load? What the hell? When the Giants went up 14-3 on the Saints, I was like, oh my God, we're going to kill this team. And then we turned it over 5 straight times. We went up 14-3 and did not score for the rest of the game. Bryce Young is the hot seat QB of all time. Bryce Young is not good, but hey, they won the game. Winners win. They did it. They did it. But yeah, that's a good question. Who else was surprised that the Cardinals lost to the Titans at home? Jonathan Gannon's got to go, man. Their play calling sucks. Those were the big ones. I mean, we got 2 more games to discuss. I mean, there's not too much to say about these. Look, this box score is very deceiving. 21 garbage time points. But the Lions are a good team. The Bengals are not. The Bengals had some garbage time plays. Congrats to the Bengals. But, man, the Bengals are bad. The Bengals are bad. Like, the box score is not going to say it. But if you watch this one, Browning threw 3 picks. 3 touchdowns like 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. That's not ideal. They can't run the ball. They can't block. Yoshi got 82 yards. It's fine. The Bengals are a disaster. The Bengals are just going to keep losing. Who do they have next week? Who do the Bengals have? Packers, L. Steelers, L. Jets, probably a win. Bears, L. Steelers, L. Patriots, L. Ravens, who the hell knows? Bills, L. Ravens, again, who the hell knows? Dolphins, who knows? Cardinals, Browns, not the end of the world. I think the Bengals lose to the Browns. I know they already beat them by 1. I think the Bengals lose to the Browns again. Lions have a really depleted secondary. Do they? I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that. But again, like they didn't need to try. The Bengals defense is a disaster. If you're the GM of the Browns, what do you mean? Like, what would I do? Not only 3 picks, 3 bad picks. Exactly. That's kind of what I was alluding to. I didn't exactly have that like on the noggin, but you're right. I remember watching them and I'm like, God, Jake Browning sucks. Also, Saturday, I almost bet the Giants. Definitely picked in my DraftKings pools. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the Giants would get, what, 20-something unanswered put on them? 26 unanswered or 20-something unanswered? Disaster. 23 unanswered. Would you give 2/3 to get Bryce Young? I think if you're the Bengals, I don't know, man. Trading Bryce Young is going to be such a headache for the Panthers, and they're definitely gonna try and figure it out. Bengals O-line is trying to kill their QBs. One of the worst, if not the worst, O-line in football, next to the Texans. But again, the Texans figured it out. If you're the GM of the Browns and the Panthers approach you with a trade, would you give 2/3 to get Bryce Young? 1/4 for Bryce. I think the Bengals got to do something. They got to do something. They only have Hendrickson for a year. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins contracts are probably only going to get more expensive. You got to make a move if you're Cincinnati. You got to make a move. Because this division, hate it or love it, that last spot in the AFC wild card is going to be kind of open. It's going to be kind of open. It's going to be Darius Slayton in double coverage, kind of open. Of course, he never catches it, but sure. So, the Bengals suck. And notably, Chris Brown didn't make the stream because he knows. He knows. He knows what the hell time it is. He knows it. Also, Commanders, Chargers. The Chargers don't look good. The Chargers don't look good. They didn't score for the last 3 quarters. I know this is an easy take. The Chargers don't look good. Deebo Samuel got a garbage time touchdown that killed me in fantasy. I left Bill on the bench. That killed me in fantasy. Chargers run defense doesn't look good. And I don't think Joe Alt played, right? Joe Alt missed the game. So that's a big reason. But Herbert, you got to protect Herbert. If you don't protect Herbert, they're not going to play well. Like they put Trey Lance in, for God's sake. Trey Lance was getting some minutes. I don't want to rip on the Chargers too much because, like, you know, they're the Chargers. They'll probably bounce back, but that's 2 bad losses. One of which was to the goddamn Giants. And the second one was 27 unanswered against Washington at home. Not good. Also, I get you not watching the Titans game, but our O-line was crazy that game. Stats sheets don't show it, but it was very solid. The Titans have something. The Titans have something. The Titans should really tank for a draft pick. They are. Don't worry, they are. They are. If you get a sports car and leave it parked outside in the rain and snow, like getting Bryce Young with no staff coaching. Wow. Bryce Young hasn't been great. Let's not act like it's all on coaching. Like, Bryce Young hasn't been good. Like, I agree the coaching's been bad. Dave Canales might not be all that, but I don't think it's all on him. I don't think Bryce Young's been great. That's just my take. Every time I watch the Panthers play, specifically because I'm a Tedero McMillan fantasy owner, Bryce Young just misses these guys. Lonely Only, what do you guys think about the Pats? I like that I put a bunch of Patriots hashtags in the description, so we got a lot of Pats fans joining. Congratulations, Patriots. I'm not going to say they're for a real contender yet, but in the wide open AFC, anything's possible. They got an easy schedule. Watch out for the Patriots, man. They'll probably make a wild card. And that's what you need. That's a rebuild done well. That's what Detroit did. They built through the draft. They made moves, and now they're rolling. I wish my Giants could do that, but they can't. They just can't. Damn. If they were a Marvel hero, they would be Can't-Man. Maybe next season. But those are my, recaps. Those are my thoughts. I don't have a ton to say about Commanders Chargers. Debo's garbage time touchdown screwed me, but that game was over before the fourth quarter even started. The Chargers offense, I'm like, I wish there was a way to look at specific fourth quarter yards, but I mean, you look at it, scoring play, they got a touchdown early, Ladd, field goal, and then they didn't score. They simply didn't score. And if you go to all the drives, right? Fumble, punt, nothing, punt, negative 13-yard, downs, pick, end of game. If Justin Herbert is this elite quarterback, then he would have figured it out. Justin Herbert, it needs everything to go right, man. Justin Herbert is I'm trying to think. God, Justin Herbert's like Paul George. It's like you want to think he's good. You do, but at the end of the day, he doesn't really leave you much. He throws it well. Turnovers did kill the Chargers, but at the same time, it's just lack of scoring. Like, again, interception, a fumble, that sucks, but they didn't do much, right? They played with no urgency. QJ is good for a fumble. We know that. 7-yard punt drive, negative 13 punt drive, 38-yard and on downs. It's like, love the Chargers charging it. Chargers are going to charge her. They do. Patriots look good. Playing in Buffalo is not easy. For sure. I miss a lot of this. Bryce Young plays terrible until the second he's traded. It becomes Tom Brady. Yeah, seriously, that's how it works now. Bryce Young is probably like, all right, get me out of here. I need a facelift. Watching Baker and Sam, he's like, get me the hell out of here. Did you hear the Baker Mayfield press conference where he was like, some reporter asked him, "Is like, do you and Darnold ever reminisce on the days in Carolina?" And Baker was just like, no, no, not at all. If Dave Canales gets fired, he's going to be a top OC candidate for sure. If Brian Daboll gets fired, when Brian Daboll gets fired, I should say, he's going to be a top OC candidate. He might go back to Buffalo. Who the hell knows? Stephon Diggs is getting better and better each week, too. Nah, I don't disagree with you. Stephon Diggs is coming back. He's looking better and better each week. You're completely right. A bona fide number 1 for Drake May. I told you Chargers would charge you. You did say that, Nintendo. QJ screen. Baker baked. Baker's good, man. Baker's good. I really like Baker Mayfield plus 1,300 to win MVP. He's a good story. I think he's got a better shot at it than Jordan Love. I think Josh Allen might tank some games. And I don't think they're going to give it to Mahomes again. Out of all these bets, my favorite value play is Baker. Baker, touchdown maker. He wins his team games. Justin Herbert can't say that. And Dan Jones plus 2,700. Crazier things have happened. But yeah. So that's where we're at. Some reporters ask the most absolute dumbest questions. Yeah, but they're funny. Panthers will be the first team going 0-17. A team hasn't done that? I guess you're right. I mean, the Panthers won a game. What are you talking about? The Panthers won a game. The Panthers have already won. They won today. They won today, man. They beat Miami in a real slugfest. Mike McDaniels is gone, though. Mike McDaniels is so done. He's finished. Rough day out here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Giants blow. Honestly, talking about all these bad teams has made me completely forget. Make no mistake. The biggest losers of today were the New York Giants. Make no mistake. If I, like, throw some shade at your team or your QB, hey, the Giants suck. I am not saying they don't. He's doing good without M1K3, 2, and no Bucky Irving. Yeah, Mike. I get that. I'm an idiot. Mike, 2, and no Buck Irving. Exactly. That's what I mean. Most valuable player. He wins in spite of players being out. He wins in spite of losing 3 offensive linemen. He beat the Texans in prime time with 3 O-linemen missing. Jets might go 0-17. If you weren't here for the stream on Monday, what game, and if you're new to the stream, welcome. How many games do the Jets need to lose for them to cut Aaron Glenn in the season? I have them at 9, by the way. I've got them at 9. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm just saying, if the Jets lose 4 more, if they lose to Denver, Carolina, Bengals, and Browns, if they come out of this stretch without a win, pull the plug. It's not working. Because they're not going to beat the Pats if they lose these 4. Who knows with the Ravens? They've got some easier games. That's the thing, too. If you're the Jets, man, this easy of a schedule? Come on, dude. Getting sliced and diced by the Cowboys? Bro, the Cowboys' defense sucks. And they didn't get anything going until the 4th quarter. I still would like to try and get AJ. I would offer Kyle with a 2nd-round pick, maybe 2. What do you guys think about that? AJ Brown? Wait. I'm assuming you mean, like, AJ Brown. And I think a 2nd-round pick would do it. I think a 2nd-round pick for AJ Brown would do it. Yeah, but their season feels in line for the winless next season. Calling it 27 Panthers go 0-17. Sure, why not? No one in this league is bad enough to go 0-17. The Titans fan is one to say that. I agree. I'm curious. Jets Panthers better not be prime time. It's not. Don't worry. Jets Broncos overseas game. We're sending London the New York Jets. There you go. I think a second round pick for AJ Brown is a good deal. He's not happy. Him and Jalen Hurts are not on the same page. It doesn't take a football genius to see that, right? Dolphins just look so lost. Tyreek Hill probably thanking God to be prop up on the... Well, Tyreek Hill's career is over, so I don't know if he's thanking God, but he's definitely like, hey, you know, it could be worse. I could be doing cardio. 10. John says 10. So if they drop it to the Patriots, that's it. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad shout. If they lose to the Patriots prime time to go 0-10, that game might get flexed out. But if they lose to the Patriots prime time, that's usually a good spot to fire a coach. That was the Staley thing. Remember when the Chargers lost by like 50 against the Raiders in prime time? Otis, I'm sure you remember that. That was probably the greatest day of your life. I'm calling it 38 Cardinals, 0-7, 0-18. The NFL's expanding to 2 more games. Titans could really use a player like A.J. Brown, though. They could. The Titans' offense has no juice, but the O-line did play well. Hate it or love it, they did play well. Yeah, man. God, today has been a big disaster game for a lot of teams, to be honest. So let's go NFL standings really quick. God, it is so nice to be back on ESPN. I'm glad they gave Kimmel his job back, so now I don't feel as bad. Playoffs. If you would have shown this to a team before the season started, God, bro, they wouldn't have bought it. They would not have bought it. So, okay. Let's say the Jags don't make the playoffs, right? Let's say the Colts win the division and the Jags fall off a cliff because Trevor Lawrence sucks. Because the Jags defense deserves some credit, right? Then we got Denver, Patriots, and Chiefs in the wild card. I think the Chiefs and the Chargers are kind of interchangeable. It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy, man. I don't know. Aaron Glenn gonna get fired after the London game if he loses, especially if its rich British friends make fun of him. Yeah, no. If Woody Johnson look like a fool in London, he's gonna be annoyed, no doubt. He's gonna be annoyed. He's definitely gonna have a talk with Aaron Glenn, and knowing Woody Johnson, it's probably gonna be a very racially loaded talk as well. Colts sneaky good, kind of wild. I know. The Colts are like an outside dark horse contender. Ew. Robert was good for the Jets. Honestly, he brought Jets hope. Just the QB was the problem. That's a loaded case. Saying, I don't know, man. It's a loaded topic to say that because, like, Aaron Rodgers is doing well in the Steelers, but you kind of feel iffy about it. And it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, I hate when a player leaves. And I'm a Giants fan, so I deal with this more than anyone. I hate when a player leaves and they're like, oh, they're succeeding on another team, so the Giants were the problem. It's like, it's more complex than that. Saquon wouldn't have had his Offensive Player of the Year season on the Giants. We had him for 5 seasons. Okay, we're very familiar with Saquon's game. But we're also familiar with Darius Slayton's game. And that's that. Chiefs are going to clutch. Chargers are going to charge her. Like, this is crazy. Aaron Glenn being a CEO-style head coach probably protects him from being fired this year. Maybe. We'll see. We'll find out. Aaron Glenn was defense coordinator now as a head coach. He can't maintain a proper defense against the Cowboys to save his career. That's what I mean. Sorry for yawning, fellas. I played 2 flag football games tonight. That is what I mean. It is so fun ripping on the Jets. I do think if they go 0-9, maybe 0-10, call it, pull the plug. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Then you go to the NFC and it's like, God, dude, these teams are competitors. The Eagles can easily, if something clicks in the Eagles like coaching room, they'll be great. They'll be great. Okay, the Niners. Hate it or love it, Mac Jones, dark horse MVP candidate. I love the Bucks and I love the Lions. My current Super Bowl pick that I'm still going to hold is Lions-Bills. That could easily change. The Packers have upside. I know they're losing some games, but the Packers have upside. Seahawks are damn good. Vikings, Brian Flores defense. If they can lock down a QB, they'll be good. The Rams are interesting. The Bears somehow are winning games. Like, obviously, this bottom 4 or 5 aren't exactly very inspiring. Giants, worst team in the NFC. Not surprising. If you look... Right? If you look at the league-wide standings, look at the bottom 2 teams. Oh, look at that. But the turf's not the problem. But we don't need to spend any more money. Medium Pepsi. It's a disaster. Raiders are second in negative point differential. Never mind. Bengals are right there. Let's go negative point differential just for the love of the game. Goes Bengals, Titans, Raiders, Browns, Jets, Saints, and New York Football Giants. Let me tell you guys, in my adult flag league tonight, I was playing pissed off. Anytime I wanted to take a playoff or rest, I just thought about the game against the Saints, and it drove me crazy. I was running gassers. Bro, I played 2 games, and by the end of it, I was like, let's play another. I want to go deep for a post. And I can relate to A.J. Brown. My QB does not throw me the football. Bro, I'm wide open. I am wide open. My QB does not look my way. It's the most frustrating thing ever. I'm wide open. I'm 6'3". I got the wingspan of an NBA center, and I'm not getting the ball. AFC North really is up for grabs for the Steelers. Oh, for sure. For sure. The Steelers, we talked about it with James. Welcome. My fantasy team cooked. There it is. Mine got cooked. James cooked, to be even more real. Yeah, so if Patrick Mahomes and Isaiah Pacheco combined for 9, I lost. Great. Real inspiring stuff. Shout out to James Cook. Shout out to Travion Henderson. Shout out to Alec Io Manor. Shout out to Jason Sanders. You guys are the real MVPs. And as you can see, I left 27 on the bench. With Bowers being hurt and Odunze on a bye. And Rashee Rice coming back eventually. And losing Neighbors. God damn it. But yeah, so Mike McDaniels. God damn it. I'm not trying to yawn. Mike McDaniels, power ranking coaches that are going to get fired. Mike McDaniels, Brian Daboll, Aaron Glenn. Like, I think Jonathan Gannon's got to go. I think Jonathan Gannon is overtly the problem in Arizona. Like, very much so. Outside of that, I mean, Stefanski's a maybe. The Pete Carroll thing isn't working out, but hey, it's tough. I mean, Brian Callahan, he's probably on a ticking time clock, but hey, who knows? Kellen Moore's got time. Aaron Glenn's a loaded case. But I think for sure, Cowboys game carried me, but I started the Ravens defense. Brutal. Brutal. Brian Callahan, exactly. He might be on the hot seat. Stephon Diggs won it for me in fantasy. I had a hard week with only 40% chance to win. There you go. Congratulations, Hetzer Metzer. I like that name, by the way. It sounds like Wetzel Pretzel. He's 1 or 2. I agree. That's why I said it, man. This week was crazy. The whole season has been madness. Yeah, it was, Jack. This week was crazy, honestly. This week was crazy. If you're new to the stream, drop a like and subscribe. But, you know, I don't want to sound like a broken record. By the way, I do think the Jags are going to cover, but the Chiefs will win this one. That's it. Callahan should be 1, but the Titans organization isn't competent. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, obviously, there it is. It's in the corner. I don't think they'll copyright it if it's this small. If you missed it, look at this. Just get a look at this. If you missed it. Look at this. Cam Ward throws a stupid interception. I know it gets batted, but still. He loses it. Sea of hands. Tyler Lockett. My God. Anyways. Honestly, stole Tavon Diggs. Traded him for Calvin Austin. Yeah! Calvin Austin's on waivers in my league. That's a good deal. You're lucky I'm not fully complaining about Callahan. Well, because you got the win. But I get it. So, okay. So, is that the power rankings? Who is more likely to get fired, fellas? Genuinely. Brian Callahan or Mike McDaniels? I think they both are very much on the hot seat. Like, that seat is on fire, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit drunk. Hope you guys have a great night. Happiest for my team won. Let's go, Pats. Drop a like, Lonely. But, hey, why not? Why not? Congrats on the win, pal. Congrats on the win. But, yeah, man. No, this was a fun one. Liked and subbed. I woke up, watched the London game, saw the end of the Eagles, watched Bucks and Hawk, then watched SNF. So much insanity. It was fun. If I made videos, I could have an hour-long video of why you should be fired. I think that might be my video this week. Power ranking fired head coaches. I want to do a video on, like, cameras in the NFL, but to be honest, there's a lot of research there, and I don't even have a fully formed take on it. My whole thing was going to be like, McDaniels, really? My whole thing was going to be like, oh, we should change the camera angle from the sideline to behind the QB. But then I watched the Prime Vision, and I'm like, this isn't that great. This isn't, like, all that. I might do a coach hot seat at this point, because Brian, if your name is Brian, you're in trouble, man. Your name's Trouble. You're in trouble. Mike McDaniels, that's what I mean. So we got Mike McDaniels. Okay. Seems like Mike McDaniels is the easy pick. Now, again, Brian Daboll or Brian Callahan, who's more likely to go? I think it's Daboll. And I've been the biggest Daboll defender ever. I think it's Dabes. I think it's Dabes. And genuinely, and you guys aren't going to agree with this, I think Jonathan Gannon's got to go before Brian Callahan. I really dislike how Jonathan Gannon coaches. I've disliked how he coaches ever since the Giants beat the Cardinals 2 seasons ago. Last season, actually, in week 2. If you guys remember that game. Let's see if I can pull that up, actually. Hold up. 2025, week 2. This is going to be such a throwback. The last time I was happy. Or was it 2 seasons ago? Maybe in week 3, actually. What the hell? Oh my God, it was 2 seasons ago. Man, time really flies. Wait, no it wasn't. Yeah, Marvin Harrison wasn't playing. Yeah, scratch that. It was week 2 or week 3. Yeah, week 2. This is when I was out on Jonathan Gannon. When Dan Jones came back down 20-0 at halftime. 21-point deficit. This is when I was out on Jonathan Gannon. Hyatt had a good game, for God's sake. I have a really good feeling that he's just lost the locker room, but that's just me. Oh, for sure. I don't think that's just you, man. I think that's a very fair point. Mike McDaniels is the kind of guy you can't respect through a storm. He'd be the worst war general ever. With the upcoming schedule for the Giants, I think Dable getting fired is more likely, for sure. Callahan's worse, but it's up to who has the worst ownership. I mean, dude, that's what I mean. I don't think he's the most likely, but Stefanski and Shorts really botched last offensive and defensive possession. Total collapse. I don't disagree with you. Stefanski is another name. I think he's notable in the discussion. No doubt. God, this is such a throwback. Look at all these names. Ritter, Gabe Davis, Gus Edwards. Of course, Monty's doing well. Rashad White was the lead back. Christian Kirk was getting it done in Jacksonville. Zach Moss. Pollard was still a Cowboy. That was a fun year to have him in fantasy. Dude did nothing. Russ Wilson was a Bronco, which was a disaster. Raheem Mostert. Taysom Hill was the lead rusher. George Pickens on the Steelers. You guys get it. That's what I mean. So I don't like Callahan. I mean, not Callahan. I don't like Gannon. So again, I think he's on the hot seat, bro. The Cardinals are doing everything they can to brick it this year. Like, they barely beat the Saints and the Panthers, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, these teams are not good, bro. And now they're going into Indy. But they're going into Indianapolis to play the red-hot Colts and Dan Jones. Stefanski's been good. The Browns aren't bad. They just need a QB and more offense. Hey, you know what? Stefanski's an interesting discussion for sure. Who knows? Who knows? But I do think coaches will be fired this offseason. Coaches will be fired. Coaching is so important in the modern NFL. Coaches will be fired. Bro, look, Cards Shocker, how to lose a game 101. Yeah, no, seriously. Look at this screenshot. This is so funny. This is so funny. Browns haven't been that bad this year. No, they haven't. That's what I mean. So it's an interesting discussion. But who knows? I don't know where the hell is our resident Browns fan? Anyway, the point is, Otis is saying Browns haven't been that bad. It's a toss-up. Why does the Cowboys barely beat the Panthers? Well, anything is possible. Who knows what to do with the Cowboys? The Cowboys, at this point, I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys. I'm so confused. They eked it out against us. They tied the Packers, who everyone thought that was going to be built to ass. Wait, where is this game? They tied the Packers. What else? Where are the Cowboys? Where's the other Cowboy game? Am I tripping out? Oh, they got smacked by the Bears. They killed the Jets. Who even knows what to do with the Cowboys? What do they have? They have the Panthers next week? Is that the matchup? I think it is. Yeah, in Carolina. Who the hell knows? Respectfully disagree. Stefanski was great for a couple years. He has a really good team. Steph has a long leash because he's two-time coach of the year. And that counts. That counts. That Cardinals game gave me an ulcer. Thank Christ I'm not a Cowboys fan. Seriously. I think he's in the convo to get fired in a year or two. It depends, dude. If the Browns win 2 games, are you really going to keep him? That's what I'm saying. Like, if for seeing the Browns rest of the season, which I don't think they're going to win 2 games. I think the Browns are better than their record. Not by much, but they're better than their record. I think the Browns are going to have more weird games this year where they should lose but end up winning. Maybe. Who knows? God, who knows? It's a tough one. It's a tough one with Stefanski. He's definitely, I'd say he's 5 on the hot seat. I'd say like the last guys we talked about, which are McDaniels, Dabes, Callahan, and Gannon, are all more likely to be fired than Stefanski. Liam Cohen has definitely earned his job. No one's saying he hasn't. 3-1. I still don't believe in the Jags. I think they're going to get punched by the Seahawks, but whatever. Any other big coach that's probably on the hot seat? I don't want to think. Zach Taylor, I don't think he's going to get fired, but I do think there might be like a, whoa, Zach Taylor got fired? What the hell? That might happen. A surprise fire in the offseason. That might happen. I think, as crazy as it sounds in week 5, but I think Shane Steichen has done enough to keep his job. Right? Fair enough. So, it's a toss-up. It really is a toss-up. Anyways, Chiefs Jags are tomorrow. Yeah, I like the exclamation points, Jack. I like the excitement. Go NFL. Football is back, baby. I think at this rate, the Browns seem the most likely to finish second in the AFC North. Whoa. I like that take. I don't know about it. With the Harbaugh's staying. Bro, Harbaugh is so staying. If the Ravens fire Harbaugh, that would be the dumbest thing. They're not firing him. John Harbaugh could lose. John Harbaugh could be the worst coach Could be the worst coach in football for the next 3 seasons. They're not firing John Harbaugh. That'd be so dumb. He might not have it in his bag to win a playoff game. And the media has kind of said, like, oh, what if Sean McDermott gets fired? It's like, he's not going to get fired. Let's be honest. Oh, I'm fired up today. Madness. Madness. I like it. Harbaugh and the Ravens got to go. God damn, really? Most teams wish they could have Dan Campbell as a head coach. Yeah, a guy who can win in a fight, in a brawl. I don't think John Harbaugh's gone. I think you guys are overreacting to that one. The Ravens don't look good, but it's not fireable. It's not fireable. Call off the fire squad. I'll say that. Oh my God. Is that why it's called the hot seat? Because you're going to get fired? Please let me know if that's why. I either just said the dumbest thing or made the best connection ever. I don't know. Is that why it's called the hot seat? What a realization. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Hold the fort. Oh, wait, great. All right, well, I got to go back and clip that. What a moment. Am I crazy? Is that why it's called that? What the hell? Harbaugh's washed. All right, sure, refined Qualia. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I am disagreeing with you, actually. I am. CTE setting in. I may have gone. Full disclosure, I played in 2 adult flag football leagues. I've said this a bunch. 2 adult flag league games tonight. And the first one, I got a touchdown and I got a 2-point conversion, but I dropped a deep ball that's going to keep me up all night. And then in my other game, the game for my actual team, show me your TDs. I got a pick 6 because God knows my quarterback doesn't want to throw me the goddamn ball. And when I went to score, I tumbled and I did like a somersault in the end zone. Nick S. useless doesn't shit. Am I crazy? Okay, and Valix. Okay, yes. Okay. Did everybody know that? Or am I like breaking new ground here? I did not make that connection. Hot seat. Fired. I'm going to sleep like 12 hours tonight. Oh my God. But, yeah, fellas. Anyways, Ravens have a lot of injuries though, right? Like Lamar was, yeah, no, the Ravens have a ton of injuries. The Ravens, I'm not putting too much into the Ravens. I want to see if anything's updated on PFF real quick. Let's find out, huh? Data is currently under review. Okay. The only game that's not under review is the Rams-Niners. So we will wait on that one. Baker set a record today. First player ever with 375 and less than 5 incompletions. Really? What a specific record, but good for Baker. I'm telling you, dark horse MVP candidate, Baker Mayfield. Get him at plus 13. Anything is possible. I'm the same guy that picked the Aces to win the championship back in May, and it looks like I'm 2 wins away. Not to stop talking about the NFL real quick, but Aces forever. Ace of spades. Anyway. Oh, God. I don't even want to look forward to this one. Oh, sweet Jesus. The Giants are going to lose, by the way. I don't care if the spread's 100. Giants are going to lose. I just never thought about it. There you go, James. All right, so we're breaking new ground. We all need sleep after a long day of these whack-ass games. Yeah, damn, it's almost 1 a.m. Eastern. I didn't think I'd stream for this long, but to be honest, I'm having fun, damn it. I'm having a lot of fun. This has been cool. Bucks 1 seed calling. I think they're the best team in the NFL right now. I do. Oh, God. If there's one thing I don't want to hear, it's Stephen A's opinion. That's one thing I'll say for sure. Could you this isn't going to happen. This is not going to happen. But could you imagine, just close your eyes really quick, and imagine a Baker Mayfield, Dan Jones Super Bowl. Bucks Colts. Would that not be like the funniest, coolest Super Bowl we've had in a while? That would probably be the funniest Super Bowl maybe ever. Literally. That would be so fun. The Colts would need a Cinderella run. They would need Jonathan Taylor to like destroy defenses in the playoffs. But right now they're the 1 seed. Colts, look, I'm just saying, Colts get a bye, okay? They play whatever loser teams comes out of the wild card. Let's say it's the Chargers or maybe the Steelers. That's a winnable game. Then it's Dallas. Not Cowboys, but like anything goes. Fun stream. Oh, the Bucks were my preseason dark horse pick for the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. Bucks playing great complimentary football. They're dangerous as hell. Everybody's rolling with the Bucks, and rightfully so. They're fun to watch, and they're damn good. Great complimentary football. What a way to put it. Philly will win on some 24 Chiefs BS. Honestly, dude, if we get Chiefs Eagles again, God, that would blow. That would suck. You see UCLA beating Penn State. Not a college guy, but I did see that. Funny game. James Franklin is a weird guy. I think he's funny, but like he clearly isn't, a perfect head coach. Arch also sucks, I'll say that. Picked Ravens. Shows what I know versus Eagles or Bills Bucks. My current pick is Bills Lions. But I'll tell you, each week it's going to be tougher and tougher to not slide in those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Urgh! Fun team. Love this team. Having a lot of fun with it. Lions are also damn good. Don't let the box score fool you. The Lions destroyed the Bengals today. Niners, they're good, but I don't think they're 4-1 good. The Eagles' offense is a disaster, and Seahawks are competitive. Seahawks are good. GN chat, I must slumber. Hetzer Metzer is going. Thank you, Hetzer Metzer. Have a good night, pal. Yeah, we are going to get off this stream soon. I already gave my flag football update. Let me just see if anyone hit me on Hinge. I'm not going to talk about it that much, but just want to see real quick. Did anyone hit me on Hinge? Just, for the love of the game. Picked Bills, Eagles at Super Bowl preseason. Hey, still possible. Very possible. Yeah, I got nothing going on. Same girls keep texting me. I got nothing going on. Hinge is bone dry, just like the Giants offense. Yeah, whatever, pal. Call it ball game. Anyways. Anything else to discuss, fellas? We've made our predictions. We've talked about our coaches. Good pick. Hey, there it is. I love your energy, Jack. It's such a relief. You have no idea. Chris Brown, who was too cowardly to join today. Just want everybody to know that Chris Brown was too much of a coward to join the stream after the Bengals got punched. We all know the Cowboys would be undeniable Super Bowl contenders if we had a defense. Well, we all know the Giants would be undeniable Super Bowl contenders if they had an offense and a defense. So there you go. There you go. If we live in the world of ifs, anything is possible. But I appreciate your energy, Jack. You're the man. You're the man. But anyways, who's the next QB bench? Good question. Golly. Oh, boy. This is tricky. Kyler's not going to get benched. I don't think it's out of the range of possibilities for Rattler to get benched. I don't think he's that good. But probably Geno. Probably Geno. If we're being honest, Geno's probably next man up to get benched. No one's excited about Kenny Pickett, but you got to do something. Jake Browning's also like for sure on the way out. If you want to call trading for a QB bench, then Jake Browning also on the table. So there you go. Drake May made more plays than Josh Allen tonight. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I don't know if the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders, but you know what? I like the energy. James, you're a hell of a guy, so I respect it. Allen was a little better in the box score, but May balled out. May is a good quarterback. Hate it or love it. I'm not going to overreact and say that Drake May is like immediately the best QB from the 2023 class. But would anybody be that surprised? Like, really, would you be that shocked if Drake May ended up being better than Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels? Jaden Daniels, he won today. Congratulations. He looks fast. He played a good game. But the Commanders won on the ground. They won on the ground more so than the air. And I really am not a huge Jaden Daniels fan. I love Drake May. If you haven't seen it already, I got a video on Drake May. I think he's fun. Justin Fields should. Justin Fields is not a good QB. That's another good pick. Justin Fields is not a good QB. James, no, they wouldn't. They'd maybe go 17-0, but not win a playoff game. I'm thinking of trading Jalen Hurts for an RB. If you can get a high-value guy, then I would do it. RBs are tough to come by in fantasy football. I would do that for sure. But yeah, I think I got like, I don't know. In my first game I played tonight, I don't know, man, like 10 or so PPR points. Maybe like 12 or 14 actually. I had a touchdown and a 2-point. Dropped 2 touchdowns though. Really pissed me off. So it's going to be grinding all week. I know no one asked, but and then in my second game I had a pick 6. Other than that, my QB just jack shit. There was also a play. Let me just talk about this really quick. Not to completely change the topic. My adult flag league, it got chippy in every game. It got chippy in every game. It is co-ed, and first game, there is a guy on one team that is always talking like, oh, it's 3rd down when it's 2nd down or just some shit like that. He's always wrong. A girl is like, shut the fuck up. A girl said that. Hilarious. Second game, I, along with many others, got pretty pissed because in this league, there's no blocking. My QB throws an interception. I'm running down to pull a flag. Bro, this guy goes to fucking run through me. I'm like, dude. I'm like yelling as he's coming to block me. I'm like, there's no blocking. Get the fuck out of the way. I'm like yelling at this guy, and I still pull the flag because I'm a goddamn beast. But I'm like, get out of the way. There's no blocking, Jack. New team. They keep playing ignorance. I'm like, what the hell? So I still pull the flags, even though I almost got tripped up by some random dude who's trying to block me. This other guy's jawing and chirping and talking his shit. I'm like, get the hell out of here, man. We killed that team. And then in the third game, there was almost a fight broken out because people were like accidentally elbowing other people and then shoving. It was a whole thing. It was really funny. But point is that while I had a decent day in flag football today, adult flag gets heated. Jack, my buddy, plays flag football. It sounds fun. He's a co-ed too. Oh yeah, it's the way to go. Adult flag is the way to do it. But that's my little flag football update. Show us your TDs. By the way, let me just flip this shirt backwards, right? Look at this. Look at this. Hold up. This is so funny. Hold on. Okay. The Hunter. That's my first name, right? Hunter. 7-Eleven. Because I'm always open. And yet my QB refuses to acknowledge it. My QB refuses to acknowledge it. Hunnaball is beast mode. Dude, I'm trying to be... If my damn... God, great. I messed up the green screen too. That's awesome. There it is. I'm trying to be beast mode, but my goddamn QB won't throw me the ball. I'm like, come on. What the hell? I'm like, damn. I'm like AJ Brown. I'm like, dude, throw me the rock. I'm trying to get stats that way I can talk about it on my stream. The only time I got in the end zone was a pick six because my QB... That's a fire. Thanks, man. The only time I got in the end zone was because my dick QB. You're like Chad Johnson, always open. Exactly. They're like, what do you think of your matchup? He sucks. I'm going to beat him. I'm telling you, bro. I was open deep passes every play. I played 2 games. I ran almost 8 miles today. Shout out 8 Mile. My stupid QB wasn't hitting me. And he's not in this stream, but if he was, dude, Kyle, man, throw me the rock. This dude's checking it down. We're up 4 touchdowns. This dude's checking it down. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Let's run it up. Why am I running gassers? The cardio king of the week. I'm Darius Slayton. But in the first game I played, I dropped some touchdowns, which really pissed me off. The first one was 50-50 ball. I should have caught it. I didn't. Second one, QB rockets it at me, and I thought it was going to get tipped. It didn't. Hits me in the face, and I just have to act like it didn't hurt. I am AJ Brown. I forgot, but I have a jersey of a player who got traded. My team has taken all the faith out of many. I hope after week 1 I miss those days. Yeah, no. Being a Raiders fan is tough. Low-key running back seems more enjoyable than any other offensive position. Well, you'd think, but we don't run the damn ball. Because, like, damn it, bro. It's like my QB. He's, like, trying to get everyone involved, and I get that. But, like, damn, just because I got a pick 6 doesn't mean you have to completely, like, blacklist me from getting the goddamn ball. I got 1 target on offense, and it hit the goddamn ground. I'm like, what are we doing here? People are getting different reps at QB. I'm like, this is not supposed to be fun. Man, you got hidden face in front of those girls. Dude. I'll say this about the league. I'm the young stud in my league. Some of these... I'm the young stud. I don't say that as like, oh, I'm a beast. But, like, it's an older league. That's why I like it so much. Because I can beast and feast, and I can outrun people. How embarrassing. I'm just playing. No worries, Jack. You have no idea what Hay and Chris Brown say to me on the daily. Dude. Some of these moms... I'll just say this. It's a goddamn shame they're married. It's a goddamn shame. I am the Zach Wilson of flag football players up here. The Hunter. Should have put MILF Hunter. Anyways. QB is an idiot. QB checks it down. I think he played in like high school, so he still thinks that he's like on the gridiron. I'm like, dog, throw me the rock. Throw me the rock, James. Let me pull up. You in California, James? We need some help. No, we don't. My team is actually pretty overpowered. That's the problem. Chris is such a hater. He's funny. But no, listen, I'm a Giants fan, and honestly, I appreciate any engagement, so I have no problem with Chris. But it's just funny. Bro, Hot Moms know where it's at. I'm 41. Believe me, I know. Bro, yeah. Dude, Hot Moms are where it's at. Giants made me tap. Jarv! Welcome. We were talking about your enemy, Chris Brown, just now. For those of you that don't know, Jarv is also suffering as a Giants fan like me. Hell on earth today. Brutal loss. No, I'm in Texas. Exactly. They get freaky deaky every day of the week. Jack's getting excited. Imagine Chris is watching right now, but silent. That'd be hilarious. Just sitting there. Oh, man. Trust me, Hannah, them being married ain't stopping that shit. But their husbands are in the league, too. So it's kind of awkward, man. Dude, there's this mom, bro. She was... The reason I played 2 games today, I hope... My mom also started watching these, so I hope my mom's not in this one. Dude, I was playing... I played 2 games, right? And the first one I wasn't supposed to play, but I was there early. I wanted to warm up. I wanted to break in my cleats. Bro, there's this mom that I have a giant crush on. Her New York Giant. A giant crush on her, man. Her husband is a great guy, and he is in the league. He is on the team. Bro, when she's like, hey, Hunter, we need a sub. Come on, get in. I'm like, whatever you want, mama. Whatever you want. You already have my heart. You may as well have my flag football abilities as well. Why the hell not? Oh, boy. Sucks, man. What I would give, dude. I've got issues, man. I've no desire to date a girl my age. I'd love to swing up. I would love to swing up and just get like a sugar mom. I'm not trying to get too deep here, but if I got a sugar mama that could just pay for me and I could just be like a glorified, let's call it prostitute. Ball game. Someone's throwing laughing emojis in the chat. Rightfully so. Anyways, Browns fan in Western PA here sucks. That Browns fan, damn, Jack. That does suck, but they competed. I didn't know you were a Browns fan. Damn, optimistic for a Browns fan. Honestly, I know myself. I might go after college girls next year. I'm a junior in high school. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love fans of bad teams that are super far away from the team. Yeah, go Giants. Go Giants. Jack's dying. Jack's laughing. I love Jack's having fun. Did the Bengals get beat worse than us, or is Chris nowhere to be found? The Bengals looked like shit. The Bengals looked like garbage. The Bengals got like some garbage time points, but the Bengals looked awful. Chris was like, Jake Browning is the future. He threw 3 bad picks and then some garbage time touchdowns. Call it. Chris will join next week, and he'll talk his stuff. I've got ammo. I've got ammo for the hater. Oh, boy. But, yeah, man. So, that's my flag football update. Just born to love moms. That's me. They're like, wow, you're playing 2 games? You're a real beast, Hunter. Like, yeah. How about 8 inches and thick? You guys seen that video? If you haven't seen that video, hold on. I'm pulling it up because that sounded crazy out of context. I'm sure you've seen this video, but I want to play it really quick because this is worth it. This is my favorite. It's a very popular video. I'm sure you've seen it. Here we go. Hold up. Wait, hold up. Hold on.
How about multimillionaires? How about 8 inches and thick? How about talented? How about loving and respectful? Like 10 weeks ago, 21 years faithful. My daughter committed suicide 3 weeks ago. Oh, shit. 13. She was faster than me at 12, and I run a 6-minute mile. My testimony, I'm nothing but pure, and I ask you if you want to be in the YouTube channel. And you like scrawny guys.
Video gets a little hostile at the end there, but as you can see, it's pretty worth it.
One more. Like bodybuilders?
Bodybuilders? Yeah. I like skinny, scrawny guys.
How about multimillionaires? How about 8 inches and thick?
And
talented?
thick.
How about loving and respectful?
There you go. There you go. I didn't know the music was so damn loud either, so gotta turn that down. But anyways, so yeah, how about 8 inches and thick, fellas? Oh, God! Get it off the screen! Get it off the screen. Congratulations, Patriots. But yeah, so there you go. To be honest, from a football perspective, I don't really have much else to say other than my flag football team is chippy and kind of assholes, and I kind of feel weird about it. Because me calming people down, like you guys have seen my reaction to some of these games. I have fire in me. Like this red mustache is, this comes from the fire from within. And for me being like, hey man, just chill out. Just chill out. That dude is jacked as fuck. Well, yeah, for sure. That's what's up. Oh, climb the ladder, whatever you said. Older women are stone cold rock hard. I didn't read that. That's a funny ass comment, Jack. It's a funny ass comment. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. My flag football team's a bunch of assholes. I'm probably gonna be the sub for a lot of other teams. My team captain went out of his way to text me something. I don't know what the hell he said. He said, so was the game before ours more contact or less? Oh, for sure less. It's like getting chippy. Nothing more awkward than an adult flag getting chippy. Rip your Titans prediction. Did I say the Titans will get stomped? I actually don't remember. I got to start screenshotting my tickets and just having them up in case. I'll put them in the bottom right corner. I'll put them right here. But hey, who knows? I should. I need something for this corner because there's really nothing there. So we'll do that. We'll do that for the next streams going forward. But yeah, in case you missed it, I think the Jags will cover, but the Chiefs will win outright. Chiefs by a field goal. And to be honest with you, it's kind of all I have to say about football. Patriots look good, and my flag football team is awkward. I love moms. Oh, the winless prediction. Rest in peace. If you watched the game, you would know that it wasn't because the Titans are awesome. No disrespect, Ann, but I'm sure you'd agree with me. The Cardinals lost. I said they'd go winless. They were just there for a Cardinals loss. Credit where it's due. Rest in peace, my Titans 0-17 prediction. But we were crossing an hour and a half on this stream. It's about to be 2 a.m. Eastern. It's already 10 o'clock over here, guys. So I think I'm going to call it, but this has been a fun stream. I love when I when I put a bunch of hashtags in the description after a primetime game, and then I came back to it's 8 inches and thick. I love when I put a bunch of hashtags in the description, and then a bunch of teams from the team that won a bunch of fans from the team that won the primetime concussion. A bunch of fans from the team that won the primetime game joined, and they're like, how about them Pats, huh? Let's go. I love that. That same thing happened to Ravens-Lions. So we're going to keep doing that. But hey, this has been fun. This has been a good stream. So I'm for sure going to stream tomorrow. So, if you're new to the stream, which I think, Jack, you are, I stream after every primetime game. We also drop a video every week. If you haven't checked that out, how to keep a fantasy football league alive. It's a good video. I like it. But that's what we do. So tomorrow I'm going to be working on shorts and getting a stream up. This has been super fun. I'll be back for sure. Thanks, Jack. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Don't worry, the Jets can still be winless. Hey, man, New York is in shambles. And the Yankees are getting spanked, apparently. Mets are a train wreck. Everyone knows the Knicks aren't going to ever win a championship. Sounds like us versus the Cardinals that year. DJ made that comeback. Oh, yeah. Exactly. That is exactly the way to put it. Jonathan Gannon, bro. The Giants didn't win. The Cardinals lost. Same thing. That's what's up. No, but I will watch some vids. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you didn't already. Hate being that YouTuber, but I got to do what I got to do. Probably going to start trying to monetize with a members page. That's, next week, whatever. Don't worry about it. One more thing. Ann's got one more thing to say. One more, don't worry about it. I just want to do it. That way I can stop getting copywritten for these videos. Every video I make gets copywritten. Shit gets so annoying. I'd love to make some money. Wonder if a fan of every team has watched your channel. That's a good question. I don't doubt it. If you count the Madden video and the tanking video and the ones that have done a lot better, I bet. One time I was like, go Cincinnati Bengals if you're a fan of that. Just randomly at the end of my flag video. And someone commented, they're like, hey, how did you know I was a Bengals fan? I will keep track. So far, we're like playing bingo. I don't think a Chiefs fan has joined yet to this point, as far as I know. Unless a Bills fan joined tonight, I'm not sure. Dolphins, Jets haven't joined. Steelers, I know Peter's a Steelers fan. Bengals, obviously. Ravens, maybe. My boy Carson watches these. I know he's a Ravens fan. Browns, we know that. Colts, God, I can't wait for a Colts fan to join. I don't think the Jags have any fans. Same goes for the Texans. We know we have a Titans fan, and we crossed off that one. Jack. We already had a Browns fan, but yeah, we got Jack. Now we got 2 Browns fans. Chargers fans join all the time. No Broncos yet. Like I said, no Chiefs. We got Otis with the Raiders. Eagles, that's Blake Robinson. Muhammad's technically a Commanders fan. There you go. James, Cowboys. We don't need any. We have a few Giants fans. God help us all. No Lions, but I think a Lions fan did join after Monday night. Packers, nothing yet. Vikings, we know that. Bears, I don't know. Bucks, nothing. I don't think we have any NFC South teams yet. Actually, I think there's a Saints fan. Yeet. It's either Yeet or, God, I'm blanking on his name. God, I'm trying to remember. It's not Yeet. It's the other, random name. But, yeah. And Hayes also an Eagles fan, classic. No Niners fan, no Seahawks fan. Ashkan joins every now and again. He's a Rams fan. No Cardinals fan. So there it is. The best team the NFC has ever had, the Cowboys. Yeah, there you go, James. Rocking and rolling. I'm trying to remember what's the name of the Saints fan. I know it's like something. It's not like an actual name. That's what it's like. It's like you. You, I think that's it. I may have already said that, but I think you's a Saints fan. But yeah. So anyways, guys, it's getting late. But I will be back tomorrow. You guys have a kick-ass rest of your weekend, even though it's pretty much over. If you got work tomorrow or school tomorrow, just think to yourself, at least I'm not a Giants fan. And if you're Jarv, Meep is the Saints fan. There you go. And if you're Jarv or any other Giants fan that watches, just know like their brighter days are ahead. It may not be for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 25 years. Brighter days are ahead. Let's see how bad this can get. Let's find out. I'm 2 minutes delayed wondering why is this so delayed. Yeah, when you said the thing about the 8 inches of thick, I'm like, that was a little bit ago. But hey, you know what? That's cool. But like I was saying, drop a like if you haven't already. And that's it. Colts to the Super Bowl? Maybe. Bucks Colts Super Bowl, anyone? Live from San Fran? Waiting all day for Super Bowl Sunday? Anyways, I'm also going to try and use my highlight channel more, but, you know, in due time. You guys have been the best. I always appreciate it. Have a kick-ass rest of your night. Have a kick-ass Monday tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow night. Again, Jaguars spread, Chiefs outright. And that's it. That did not make me feel better about the future. Well, good night. It can't get any worse than this until it does. Until it does. But anyway, guys, that's it. I had my Crunch Bar. I'm going to go eat another snack. That's it. Adios. Hunnaball.